Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. Welcome to the IKE Packers Podcast. Go Pack, go. I'm Alex Eichstead, your host, and today we're talking to Elton Jenkins.
Go Pack, go.
Make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen. Please leave a 5-star review if you enjoyed the show. We're IKE_Packers on Twitter. Elton Jenkins, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Great to hear from you. How has this off-season been so far?
It's kind of different, not being able to go and get in the building and be around the guys and my teammates. So it's kind of different. And it being my first off season, really didn't have this in the plan.
Yeah. Did you get the chance to? Did you watch the whole NFL draft over the weekend?
Yeah, I watched majority of it. Yeah, I watched majority of it.
Did you talk to any of your Mississippi State friends or any of the guys on the team and give them any words of advice?
I talked to Tyree Phillips, Darrell Williams, Willie, all those guys. Just telling them during the draft, just keep a level-headed mind, and wherever you get picked, just make the best out of your opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. For our listeners, Elton Jenkins, he's a left guard for the Packers, starting left guard. He was drafted 44th overall last season, so he has one NFL season under his books, looking to take year 2 by storm. What was it like, growing up in a small town and then being drafted by Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, everybody from my town, it's kind of like close-knit. Everybody know everybody in some sort of way. Being drafted to Green Bay in the city that it is, it's not real fast-paced, so it was a good fit for me.
Yeah, I think when everyone kind of knows you, you can really build that family bond. Green Bay, I know the fans, they really they're very proud of it. I'm sure you see the cheeseheads on the road. Was there one time that stuck out to you when you're playing, I guess, this last year where you're like, wow, these Green Bay fans really travel, or this is crazy what they do? Was there one moment for you like that?
I think it was a home game, and it was like I think we had an early game, and it was like real cold outside. But I think we had to be in the building probably like at 8 or 7 in the morning. And when I got up leaving the hotel, like I seen all the Green Bay fans like really just going on by their business, like it wasn't, that cold outside or things like that. So I feel like if the fans can just sit in the cold weather, and I know they're used to it, but if they can sit in the cold weather and just watch us come in the building like 3 or 4 hours before the game, it really shows the love they have for the team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I even saw that some of the fans were shoveling the snow off later in the season when you guys were making that postseason run. And that shows just the commitment that they have to the team as well as to the players, because they love you guys. You come from Mississippi, and Mississippi State was the college that you ended up going to. It was the one college that you got a scholarship offer from, correct?
I had a couple small schools and things like that. Well, like smaller schools that was showing interest, and a couple of schools offered a couple weeks before signing day. But Mississippi State was my biggest offer.
You played a couple of different positions for Mississippi State. You had 26 starts at center, started a couple of games at left tackle, left guard, and right tackle. The Packers put you at guard. What is this really where you feel home, Elton?
Yeah, I feel real comfortable at guard. I played guard my sophomore year, and it was like minimum reps in practice I could get, and then I went out in the game and performed. So I kind of felt more comfortable then. I knew that if I touch up on my technique and just the ins and outs of playing guards, I felt like I could be a real good player.
Yeah, I love hearing how you mentioned touching up on your technique. It seems like all these interviews I've read about you, things I've heard, you're extremely focused and committed to what you do. Does that start from, I know your mom used to watch all of your games and be really into, support your dad as well. Does that stem from your parents' influence?
It kind of do. Like my mom and my dad, they put their time in helping me when I was younger, being the best player I can be. And so once I got that opportunity, I knew that I had all the athletic ability to get a job done. But I knew that preparation is key whenever you're doing anything. So if I know I can prepare before a game or prepare before I had before I got on the field. So I think they helped me out a lot.
Yeah, I heard this quote from Mark Cuban that everyone wants to win, but not everyone wants to prepare, and preparing is how you win. So I think you're a prime example of someone who is, put the work into the preparation and then really seen the results on the field. I heard and saw that when you were first coming in as a rookie, that you would ask guys in the locker rooms, quote unquote, almost 100 questions a day. What was your approach like stepping into the Green Bay locker room that has Aaron Rodgers? You're going to potentially be blocking for Aaron, and next to guys like Bakhtiari. What was your approach?
Yeah, I knew in the backfield we had Aaron, arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and then me playing beside Bach and Corey. I knew they set high standards for themselves. So me getting all the information I can get from them to be the best player I can be playing beside them, it played a factor. And just those guys holding our offense to a higher standard, and me wanting to be on the offense, and me only gonna be able to be on the offense if I knew what the ins and outs and what I need to do every play.
Yeah, David Bakhtiari, he has the same length arms as you do, 34 inches. Has he really been teaching you things? I guess what are some of the examples of the things that you've learned from him?
Well, it's like just certain personnel that the defense come out with what they want to do on game situations, being aware of the game situations and the situations that we in throughout the game. He helped me with technique, certain things of his game that he feel like that would help me, or he helped me like with like the older guards that he was playing with, things that helped them out a lot, that made him and his old guards play good together. So yeah, he helped me out a lot. Him, Corey, Bull was helping me out, and Billy. So yeah, I had a lot of questions, and it was good to have those guys in the room where I can even the questions out throughout each one of them.
Yeah, great vets as well as just some, I guess, solid players to learn and be like a full unit there.
Yeah.
For the listeners that don't know, Elton, you actually were seventh with the most snaps with 0 sacks. You had 964 snaps in which you did not allow a single sack. For rookies, sometimes you can see them lose consistency. You were very rock solid. How are you able to maintain that consistency throughout that first season?
Yeah, like I said, preparation and just being around the guys that hold our offensive line and our offense to a standard. So I knew each and every Sunday or whenever we play, I had to be ready and be on my things, and I hold myself to a higher standard too, by protecting my quarterback, giving running backs lanes to run through, and then just making the job more easier and not being a liability on the O line,
Yeah.
just because I was a rookie.
Yeah, Ellen, what is that game day process like for you? When you talk about preparation for getting ready for a game, can you kind of walk us through what it's like, or some of the things you like to do from getting up and starting your day off to the moment you're actually at the field?
Yeah, I try to get up early, listen to music, something to calm me down. Then get to the facility a little early, get breakfast, get in a hot tub, cold tub, loosen my body up, and then just listen to music. And then when it get like close to game time, probably 2 hours or an hour or something, I probably take my headphones out, talk to my teammates, joke around, because I know everybody emotions are high around that time. So just joking around with people, getting everybody relaxed, getting myself relaxed too, and then going out there on game day and performing with my team.
Yeah, what is some of the music that you listen to?
I got a playlist. I got a game day playlist, and it got like different music on. You got from church music, you got R&B, you got rap, you got country, you got all types of music on there.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, anything related to like get me going or just getting in that mode.
Yeah, what's one thing you've been listening to lately, I guess?
Once game day, a song that I listen to around the same time is "Go Get It" by Mary Mary.
Okay.
Yeah, they on there like just saying go get your blessings and stuff like that, I feel like football is a blessing, and going out and being able to play the game at a high level is a blessing. So that song right there, it really get me like motivated and bring me down to earth, so where I can know that I'm blessed to be able to play this game and go out there on that particular day and not being injured or being on the sideline. So yeah, that song right there, it really gets me up.
Something about you, Ellen. Ever since you were young, you've wanted to be, the best version of yourself. You said it a couple times already. To be the best at your position, to be the best in your preparation. What does that phrase mean to you?
I'm just being the best person you can be, on and off the field. Like on the field, you got guys competing every day, and I just and just being and just not being denied of a rep. It's every rep is like man on man, so you got to beat that man in front of you, and that what makes you best. If you consistently beat the man in front of you, that make you the best player. They make you the best player if you just keep doing that consistently.
Yeah, never taking a second for granted, as you kind of said earlier, never taking a rep, because it is a business. Guys are trying to take your spot behind you. So I guess that's a good way to motivate and stay forward. But something that maybe people don't know about you is that you got your degree in industrial technology from Mississippi State, which, for those who don't know, industrial technology is the use of engineering and manufacturing to make production more efficient and faster. You described your college graduation as a different feeling. Can you expand on what you meant there, as how it's different from football and I guess different in general?
Yeah, because coming out of high school, you really want to like you want to go to school and excel and stuff like that, but you actually there to try to play football and try to get on the field. And then like once you just balance football and school out together, school out, like if you excelling and doing good in school, I feel like it translates on the football field. So going into college, my freshman starting my freshman year, my coaching then was harping on that, like if you excelling in school and things like that and doing the things off the field, once you get on the field, it just like things gonna start, happening for you and stuff like that. So I always try to harp on that, being the best player. I mean being the best student I can be and being the best, and so they can translate on the field so I can be the best player I can be too.
Yeah, just getting into that system, getting into that grind. It's important to just stay on top of the game. Elton, how have you been able to, I guess, conquer this coronavirus situation with all this? Like you said earlier, you can't go to the facility, you can't see the teammates. How have you been able to keep a system?
I'm just being a professional. Just keep at it, keep doing my job, knowing that when we do get back in the building, time's gonna be short. So just being a professional, staying in shape, got my playbook, being able to go over my plays and knowing the ins and outs and still learning the offense and the little small things that I can critique about my game by watching film. So just like I said, just being a professional and just keep at it, keep doing your job.
Nice. Are there any areas in your game that you really want to see yourself improving going forward into year two?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel like I can get better in the run and the pass game. It's certain things like in the pass game where I feel like I can I can get better at, and then in the run game being more dominant, pancakes being more consistent with moving people off the ball and stuff like that. So it's a lot of small things that I can see that I can get better at, and it's a lot of things that I did that was good that that I can
Keep
build
building
off
on.
that. Yeah, build off that.
Nice, nice. Did some of those I guess, players that you guys faced, later in the season, you were going up against tougher and tougher defenses. Did you notice anything in the playoffs about, college you only play so many games, but in the NFL season it becomes, you're getting up to 16, 17, 18 games. How big of a factor was stamina and I guess keeping your body in shape near the end of the season?
Oh yeah, that was a big factor. Coming from college, I think our last game was like December 30th, and I went to training, then went to Senior Bowl. After Senior Bowl, went to the combine, then pro day, then after pro day, the draft, then rookie mini camp, then going into getting with the older guys again with the players. So And then during the season, you know, from doing all that and then going right into a season, so your mental process and your body and things like that, it was kind of like drained, but you also know that's your job, that's what you've been working for. So just stand in the hot tub, stand like just like I say, asking players questions, asking my coaches questions, make sure that I'm on top of my game, even though it was like I was going a year straight. Just stand on top of my game and make sure that I'm available for the team and I can get it when I was in Green Bay, being being available for the team and also helping the team out down that stretch.
Absolutely, no days off. Just rolling back the clock a little bit, you said after you got drafted, it went to mini camp. What happens after an NFL player gets drafted for the fans and for players who just got drafted over the weekend? What are they going through right now? What are those next months going to be like for them?
To my like on the field, I mean like with the team wise,
or just like say you get drafted, do you fly out the next week to
yeah.
the city you got drafted? Does someone help get your social media stuff, or do you meet up with your agent? I guess kind of all the details that kind of go behind the scenes when a player gets drafted.
Oh well, yeah. Once you get drafted, usually you'll go to rookie mini camp. Try to learn and play, get the feel for the team and the guys and the coaches and stuff like that. So, I feel like that first 3 weeks, 4 weeks is real vital. Trying to learn the plays, trying to get ahead of the game because like the older guys was already in the playbook, learning the new plays and learning the new system. So us as rookies, we had to work even harder to try to catch up to their level. You feel me? I mean, we try to work real hard to catch up to their level. So it's a long process, but I feel like once you start and get into fall camp and stuff like that, things starting to slow down because you should know the plays and be learning more about the plays and the ins and outs of why we doing these things and why we running these plays and how your technique's supposed to be and stuff like that. So it's a long process. Them first couple weeks. So, but after that, if you own your things and knowing what to do, it'll kind of ease out.
Yeah, what was one of those? I imagine it is a lot thrown at you right away. You don't know where you're going to live. You get picked. You're going to Green Bay. You get an apartment. Say you got a whole new playbook to learn, players to catch up to, like you said. What was one of those first things I guess you did once you got into Green Bay to kind of get that system started?
When we first got there, all the rookies we met up with our personnel guy, and then met up with our coach and the O line. Well, at every position, but I know the O line. We had meetings outside of regular meetings and stuff like that, so we can catch up on the plays. And then I think they're right there with the coaches helping us prepare and getting us better. And getting us better by ourselves too, and being able to ask them questions too, the questions that we don't want to ask the older guys. So they right there help us out a lot too.
Yeah, what was it like your first time meeting Matt Lafleur?
Oh, it was real. It was good. Coach Lafleur, known as a player coach, came big smile on Gabe, just giving us hugs and just getting us accustomed, getting us like comfortable in the building and knowing and showing us that we belong here and this is our team and we're trying to build.
Yeah. It seems like you entered I guess, for a rookie, it was a new system coming in, so you weren't alone in the fact that you were the only guy going through learning the playbook again, a new playbook. So I think that worked out almost in your favor, that you got to go to a really good situation and you made the most of it. You really did.
Thank you.
Was there a couple players, I guess, in the league that when you say on opposing teams that you really you looked up to, and then next thing you know, you got to play against them? Was there a player like that this last year?
Yeah. Gabe Jackson played for the Raiders. Yeah. He played offensive line for the Raiders, and he went to Mississippi State. I talked to Gabe a lot. He helped me with the ins and outs of the game before the season started. When we had, I think, that 6-week period, I was out working with him, and he was like showing me different techniques that he used that he feel like put in my game and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of guys around the league. Martinez Rankin, we played him. He helped me out a lot. That's a guy that I look up to. Trey Turner, I chopped it up with him. I was looking at his film throughout college, him playing guard. So just being able to even not play against those guys, but being on the team, well, they play offensive line, so I'm obviously not playing against them. But just being after the game, being able to talk to those guys and just chill and chat with them, helped me out a lot too. Help me out, yeah.
It's all respect between you guys, I'm sure. Does the Mississippi State does that tie run deep in the NFL? I know you were drafted with guys like Jeffrey Simmons, Montez Sweat, I think Jonathan Abram too. So you guys had 4 guys in the top 44 picks last year. Have you stayed in contact with any of your old teammates?
Yeah, I talk to those guys all the time. Before COVID, we was hanging out, we was training together in Atlanta.
Nice.
Once this happened, we all spread it out and went back to our respective places.
Yeah, where are you at right now? Are you in Wisconsin or are you back home in Mississippi?
No, yeah, I'm in Mississippi right now.
Okay, nice. All is well with the family and everything?
Yeah, everything good.
Good to hear that, man. Good to hear that. Well, we're really excited about you for this next season. And I just wanna ask you, do you have a personal goal that for this next NFL season, assuming that everything works out by the time the season rolls around? Do you have something that you really want to accomplish?
Yeah, I just want to build off year one. Want to be more consistent, and just be the best player and be the best player on and off the field. Helping my teammates out, the rookies that coming in, the O-line rookies, just help them out and get them on the field and stuff like that. Just being there for everybody and being available for the team.
Yeah, you're transitioning, I guess, from rookie to now guy who can reach out to the rookies. The Packers drafted 3 offensive linemen over the weekend. Have you spoken to any of those guys?
No, we haven't talked to him yet.
Okay, but I'm sure you'll see him soon enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I'm just curious because you're a very motivated guy, and you've also done really well. Your work ethic is outstanding, and Matt Lafleur and other coaches have quoted you as just a real professional. Who are some of the players, or not players? Who are some of the people outside of football that you look up to?
My mom, my dad, they work extremely hard to help me get to the position I'm at now. Well, yeah, my mom and my dad most definitely they helped me get to the position I'm at now.
Yeah, they seemed like they always said that their safety has been their number one concern for you.
Right.
How is that? I guess concern for safety helped you out with protecting Aaron Rodgers.
It helped me out a lot. Not being hurt. Just trying to stay off pals and stuff like that. I know that my mom always tell me if I ever get down, she gonna run off on the she gonna run on the field to see if I'm okay and stuff like that. So I try to stay as available as I can and try to stay off the ground and stuff like that and play the game the right way.
Yeah, we love you seeing you out there every game as well. So we appreciate every snap you're out there protecting him and doing work. We just want to say thanks again for coming on the show and wish you nothing but the best this year, Elton.
Oh yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Hey, have a great rest of your evening and best wishes, man.
Yes, sir. Go Pack, go.
Thank you for listening to the IKE Packers Podcast. You guys are the reason we do this show, so thanks for listening again. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. I'm Alex Eichstead, your host, and this is the IKE Packers Podcast, where we talk all things green and gold. Hope you guys have a great evening. Go Pack, go.
Welcome.
Welcome to IKE.
We have touched down at your destination.
Here you'll find inspiration, ideas, creativity, conversation, energy, culture, stories, and more, while you listen to an audio experience unlike anything else. It's beautiful sound that appeals to the senses. It's
Information you can use. Interesting guests. Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to IKE.
this is the IKE Podcast.
Hey everyone, it's Ike here, co-founder. We have a great show for you today, kicking off the first episode of the podcast. KJ, myself, Max, and Chris sit down and we talk big ideas, and we're happy you're here.
Welcome.
Welcome to IKE. My name is KJ Eichstead. I'll be your host, and we're going to get right into it.